My name is Zara. I was born into a family that seemed happy on the outside but was built on secrets, greed, and betrayal. I grew up in Lahore, in a beautiful two-story house my father built with his own hands. It wasn't just a house. It was our memory vault. Every corner echoed with childhood laughter. Every wall knew our family history. I have one elder brother, Cameron. From the start, he was treated like a king. My mother believed sons were an investment, and daughters were expenses. I never complained. I studied hard, stayed quiet, and loved my family unconditionally. But life has a way of shattering illusions. When my father passed away due to a sudden heart attack, our world collapsed. I was 25 and working as a school teacher. Cameron was already married with 2 kids. At the funeral, I noticed he didn't shed a tear. Instead, he was more interested in finding our father's documents. I thought it was grief making him act strangely. I was wrong. A week later, Cameron came to me with a lawyer and told me that the house, our home, was now his. Entirely. I was shocked. I asked, "How is that possible? Didn't Baba write a will?" He laughed. "He didn't need to. He told me before dying that I should take care of everything." "You'll get married anyway, Zara. What will you do with property?" I felt like I had been slapped. I demanded proof. I wanted to see the ownership documents. That's when I found out Cameron had manipulated my father into signing papers just weeks before his death. My old, tired, heart-ailing father had been betrayed by his own son. I tried fighting. I went to a lawyer, but I was told that the documents looked legal. Cameron had even convinced a family elder to sign as witness. I had no one on my side. My mother stayed silent. I was kicked out of my own home within a month. I moved into a one-room flat in a lower middle-class area. I cried for days. But then, I made a promise to myself. I will not let this betrayal go unpunished. The plan. Revenge doesn't always have to be loud. Sometimes, it can be quiet, cold, and calculated. I changed. I upgraded my skills, left my teaching job, and joined a real estate firm as an assistant. I worked hard. I learned everything: land laws, property documentation, forgery signs, backdoor deals, shady registrations. I started understanding how people like my brother manipulated the system. 5 years passed. I was no longer the innocent, helpless Zara. I had become a smart, resourceful woman with connections in real estate, courts, and law firms. Then one day, I heard something interesting. Cameron was trying to sell the house. He had hit a financial crisis. His wife had left him. His business had collapsed. He needed money, fast. The house was his only major asset. He listed it under a fake company name to avoid family attention. But he didn't know one thing. The buyer was me. Through a fake name, and a trustworthy partner, I began the negotiation. I offered 30% above market rate. Cameron was desperate. Greed blinded him. He didn't check who the buyer really was. The deal was done. The house was mine. The day he came to hand over the final papers, I walked into the meeting. He froze. I smiled. "You remember this house, Cameron By. You threw me out of it like garbage. You said I didn't deserve it because I was just a girl. Well, that girl just bought it back. Legally." He turned red. He screamed, accused, begged. But it was too late. The real revenge. Getting the house back wasn't enough. I wanted him to feel the pain I had felt. So I made sure his reputation in the real estate world was ruined. I sent anonymous tips to authorities about his shady past deals. I exposed his fake company registrations. He was blacklisted. I donated the upper floor of the house to a girls' shelter home. The same house he said was useless for a woman, now became a safe space for abused and abandoned girls. I made a video story, anonymously, and uploaded it to social media. It went viral. Everyone in our extended family and community saw it. Everyone knew who it was about. Cameron lives in a rented flat now. Alone. Forgotten. And I sit on the balcony of my house every morning with a cup of tea, watching the sun rise over the same trees we planted as kids. I hear the laughter of little girls upstairs who now have a second chance at life. That's how I got my revenge. Not with blood, not with noise, but with silence, strength, and success.